Winter can be a season of stillness for gardeners, but for those in the know, it's also the perfect time to start planning for a thriving garden. Imagine a winter wonderland where your seeds are quietly germinating under a layer of snow, preparing for spring's warm embrace. That's the magic of winter sowing. But how does it compare to traditional seed starting, and how can you use these methods to grow herbs that thrive in pots? Let's dig in. Winter sowing is a technique that has gained popularity in recent years, and for good reason. It's simple, cost-effective, and mimics nature's process of seed germination. On the other hand, traditional seed starting, often done indoors, provides gardeners with more control over the growing environment. Each method has its unique advantages and challenges, and understanding them can help you choose what works best for your garden and lifestyle. Winter sowing involves planting seeds in containers that are left outside during the cold months. These containers act as mini greenhouses, protecting the seeds while exposing them to natural winter conditions. The cold stratification process that occurs during winter is beneficial for many perennials, native plants, and cold-hardy vegetables. Seeds germinate when conditions are just right in early spring, without the need for grow lights or indoor setups. In contrast, traditional seed starting is done indoors, usually under grow lights or on sunny windowsills. This method gives you complete control over the environment, including temperature, light, and moisture. It's ideal for plants that require a longer growing season or a head start before transplanting outdoors. One of the biggest advantages of winter sowing is its simplicity. There's no need for expensive equipment or elaborate setups. All you need are some plastic containers, potting soil, and seeds. Cut the containers to create lids that allow airflow, fill them with soil, plant your seeds, and secure the lids. Then place the containers outside where they'll be exposed to rain, snow, and fluctuating temperatures. Nature takes care of the rest. Traditional seed starting, on the other hand, demands more attention and resources. You'll need seed trays, grow lights, and a space to set up your operation. It requires regular monitoring to ensure the seedlings receive enough light, water, and nutrients. However, this method allows you to grow a wider variety of plants, including tender annuals and exotic species that may not survive outdoor winter conditions. When it comes to timing, winter sowing is typically done from late December to early February, depending on your local climate. It's an excellent option for gardeners in cold regions where spring arrives late. Traditional seed starting usually begins 6 to 8 weeks before your area's last frost date. This means you can get a jump start on the growing season and have strong seedlings ready to plant as soon as the weather permits. Both methods have their challenges. In winter sowing, the biggest concern is selecting the right seeds. Not all plants are suitable for this method. Seeds need to be cold hardy and require stratification. Additionally, unpredictable weather can sometimes delay germination. Traditional seed starting, while more versatile, requires careful management of light and moisture levels. Without proper care, seedlings can become leggy, dampened off, or stunted. Now, let's talk about herbs, those aromatic wonders that elevate your cooking and fill your home with fragrance. Whether you choose winter sowing or traditional seed starting, herbs can thrive in pots with the right care. For winter sowing, focus on hardy herbs like thyme, oregano, sage, and chives. These perennials can handle the cold and will bounce back in spring with fresh, flavorful growth. Use the same method as described earlier, ensuring your containers are well drained and labeled with the herb's name. If you're using traditional seed starting, herbs like basil, cilantro, and dill are excellent choices. They're tender annuals that benefit from the controlled environment of indoor germination. Start them in seed trays with a light, well-draining potting mix. Once they sprout, place them under grow lights or in a sunny spot. Potting herbs is an art and science. Choose containers with adequate drainage holes and fill them with quality potting soil. Herbs don't like soggy roots, so avoid using garden soil, which can compact and retain too much moisture. Add a layer of gravel or small stones at the bottom of the pot for extra drainage. When planting herbs in pots, consider their growth habits and space requirements. For instance, mint is a vigorous spreader and should be planted in its own container to prevent it from taking over. Basil, on the other hand, thrives in groups and can be planted with other herbs that have similar water and light needs. Watering is crucial for potted herbs. They need consistent moisture but should never sit in standing water. Check the soil regularly and water when the top inch feels dry. During winter, herbs grown indoors may need less water due to reduced light and slower growth. Fertilizing herbs in pots is essential for healthy, flavorful leaves. Use a balanced, water-soluble fertilizer every 4 to 6 weeks, but don't overdo it. Too much fertilizer can lead to lush growth with diminished flavor. Organic options like compost tea or fish emulsion are excellent choices for herbs. Pruning and harvesting are equally important. Regularly pinch off the tips of herbs like basil and cilantro to encourage bushier growth. Harvest leaves in the morning when their essential oils are most concentrated, and avoid taking more than 1/3 of the plant at a time to keep it healthy. Winter sowing and traditional seed starting each have their merits, and the best choice often depends on your goals, resources, and climate. For low-maintenance gardeners or those with limited indoor space, winter sowing is a game-changer. It's an eco-friendly, budget-friendly way to start your garden. Traditional seed starting, while more labor-intensive, offers versatility and control, making it ideal for tender or exotic plants. No matter which method you choose, potting herbs is a rewarding endeavor that adds beauty and flavor to your home. With a little care and attention, your potted herbs will thrive, providing fresh ingredients for your kitchen and a touch of greenery year-round. As you explore these methods, remember that gardening is as much about the journey as the destination. Experiment, learn, and enjoy the process of nurturing life from seed to sprout. Whether you're sipping herbal tea made from your homegrown mint or seasoning a dish with fresh basil, the fruits of your labor are worth every effort. Happy gardening!